Hello and much love to you all. I am doing a psychic reading on the missing LSU student Kori Gaithers. First, listen to this news update.
Today, the search continues for an LSU student missing for more than a week.
It is just one of the other top stories we're following this evening. Last night, friends and family held a vigil in Baton Rouge for freshman Kori Gautier. She was last seen Tuesday, April 6th. Her car was found abandoned on the Mississippi River Bridge when another driver crashed into it. Right now, local officials, Texas Equisearch, and the Cajun Navy are all working to find Kori.
So, Kori, she is 19 years old and she is still presently missing. And as they stated in the news, that her car was found abandoned on Cyber Bridge. Okay. And she's been missing since last Tuesday. So it's all kind of rumors out there, but I'm not for rumors. Please know whatever you hear, family. This is for entertainment only. I have to say that, as well as whatever you hear is it is allegedly, but I am led by the spirit. I pretty much am going to be led by the spirit and get an idea. All right, just get an idea of, to the best of my ability, tuning in on this young lady spirit. What happened to her? Okay, what led up to her disappearance? This is pretty much what I want to know. Okay, but I will tell you this: just listening to the news feed of them talking about this young lady, I had like butterflies in my stomach, and that's not really a good sign. Okay, it's not a good sign at all. I'm an empath, and I just pick up on things, and something inside of me telling me that this probably won't end well, but with God, all things are possible. Let me just say that. So I'm pretty much doing this reading on behalf of the family. They did not ask me to do this reading. I'm doing it on my own because I have children as well, and I know I would want somebody to help me. Okay. So as I stated, the family did not ask me to do this. I'm doing this just because, as a labor of love. Okay. So whatever information come out of this right here, if it's to be helpful and useful as far as giving many of you an idea, what happened to this young lady, so be it. I've done my part. All right. So that being said, first I want to get a theme first. All right. What I mean by that, I'm going to pretty much just try to zoom in on Kori's energy. She doesn't have to be here for me to do this. The eyes are the windows to our soul. Let me just say that. The spirit realm knows all things. Please know that. So I'm going to pretty much just zoom in on her. Okay. She's a beautiful sister, a beautiful young lady. I'm going to pretty much just zoom in on her and just get a idea, a little theme as far as, what the spirit wants us to know about her. Okay. And my prayers are with the family and with those who are close to her, that loves her, her friends and associates. My hearts are with you guys, and I lift you all up in prayer that Kori will be found no matter what. Call upon the family I'd like to assist me. Ask my spirit guides to connect with Lori, Gators, spirit guides. This deck right here, family, is my chakra reading deck. It would give you an idea, um, vibrationally, and also as far as her thinking. It's pretty much a theme of her thoughts and how she was feeling. Okay, let's throw things in the dark and watch them on display. in the days that led up to Kori being missing? What was her thoughts? How was she feeling? What was her thoughts and how was she feeling? What was her thoughts and how was she feeling? What's going on with her? What's her thoughts and how was she feeling? What was she thinking before she went missing? What's her thoughts and how was she feeling? All right, family. I don't want to use too many cards. Just want to get a general idea of what we're looking at here, okay? That's all. Just a general idea. Hmm. Well, it doesn't really tell me much, but it still tells me a lot about Kori, okay? As far as who she was as a person, as far as if anything, it's giving me information as far as, you know, how she was as far as being a balanced individual. Let me just say that. All right. This is something that the spirit wants us to know about Kori. All right. She was a balanced individual, and this is very important due to the fact that this young lady is presently missing. Okay. Now, the fact that this card is upward is letting us all know that Kori, she was a balanced individual, meaning she was balanced mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, when one of those are off, they can cause us to be imbalanced. Let me just say that. Okay, so what do you mean, Corinne? Also, what I'm saying is there are rumors that they are saying that this young lady committed suicide, but according to the spirit, she was a balanced individual. Okay, but let's continue. The next card, the spirit wants us to know this is upside down. Had this card been upward, this is communication. Now remember, I was seeing those things in the dark, and I wanted to bring them out to the marvelous light concerning Kori. All right, as far as her thought process. Okay, what was going on with her before she went missing. This is someone that's doing a lot of communicating. Okay, to whomever before she went missing, she was doing a lot of communicating with someone. Okay. By this card being upside down, she was not doing any communicating with anyone. So it's a good possibility that whatever happened to her, okay, it's a good chance that nobody else was in that car, okay? Or she wasn't communicating with anybody. She wasn't on the phone talking to anybody during this particular time, okay? And let me say this, they said that her phone, okay, and I believe her purse was left in her car, as well as the car was still running on the bridge. Let me just say that. So no one has taken her personal items. It's just the fact that she's missing, okay? Let me continue. There was no communication going on with Kori and no one before she went missing, okay? She was doing no communicating. Right here, the next card is clarity. This card is upward, okay? By this card being upward, Kori was operating in clarity. All right? Now, this card does have additional meaning. I want many of you to receive clarity yourself about this card. Now, it could also could mean that whatever that was going on in her personal life, she was receiving the truth. Okay, she was receiving some type of answer, but those answers that was given to her, it was the truth. She was you know, it just depends on what this means to her. All right, it popped up for a reason. It stated she was receiving clarity about something. Okay, I'm gonna read up on this card. The next card is nurturing. Okay, according to the spirit, Kori had a nurturing family foundation. This represents that her family, they were very close and she was very nurtured, all right, as a child coming up. So the fact that I'm seeing this card right here, many of you can rule the family out. Let me just say that. All right, her and her family, they had definitely a close bond, and she was definitely nurtured coming up. She wants everyone to know this. Okay. Now I will be using two decks of cards. This deck right here, and also I'm going to be using my Psychic Tarot deck as well, so I can receive more clarity myself about this young lady that went missing. Now this card right here, help ears to hear, okay, family? Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. All right. So obviously she was going through something, and I'm picking up it was personal. Let me just say that in her life. Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. What's in your life requires clearing. It is now time for you to action clearing. Sometimes our minds create illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. Did you hear that? But she was seeing the truth in a matter, okay? It is time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serves you and come into a place of clarity. And that's what she was doing, okay? So obviously something probably was bothering her. Obviously something was on her mind. Let me just say that. But she was getting to the point, instead of holding on to it and letting it get the best of her, all right? She was getting to that place of trying to receive the truth, trying to receive the clarity about the matter, all right? And not holding on to those thoughts that were bothering her. She was pretty much, letting it go, all right? Letting go of those thoughts that was not serving her, all right? And come to a place of clarity. Once you receive this clarity, you will feel a deeper sense of self and well-being in your world. This card can also indicate that it is time to clarify a particular situation in your life. You may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come to you. Now, even though she was coming into this place of clarity, also she wasn't communicating with somebody. Let me just say that. It's somebody she stopped communicating with. But the spirit wants many of you to know that she was a well-rounded individual. She was balanced mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, she was not a unbalanced individual. Let me just say that. All right, and that plays a big part. I'm going to leave this up. Period, because this pretty much the factor right here. She was a well-rounded person. All right, she had a good head on herself, a good head on her shoulder. She wasn't dealing with any kind of mental issue. Let me just say that. All right, family. I'm going to start on my tarot deck, my psychic tarot deck card. Give me a minute. And it's interesting. I'm checking this out. It says no foul play in the LSU student disappearance. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna be led by the spirit no matter what they say. Setting my intentions. What happened to Lori Gathers related up to her disappearance? I see those things in the dark, bring my to marvelous light. About Lori. That's my spirit guides. We connect with the Lori guides. Related up to Lori disappearance. What happened to Lori? Did someone cause harm to her? If so, do she know the person? Was it a stranger? Did Lori know who did? Did Lori know the individual that was involved? What happened to Lori? Related to her disappearance. What happened to Lori related to her disappearance? If anyone is involved, who is it? Related to Lori's disappearance. Related to Lori's disappearance. All right, family, complete for now. Let me just say that. All right, please know when it comes to my readings, a lot of times there are timelines to my readings, so a lot of this is not in divine order. Sometimes like a puzzle, you have to put the pieces together. All right, so let's get with this reading concerning Lori. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Give me a minute, fam. I'm just looking over these cards. Give me a minute. Sorry for the background noise, family. Okay. All right, family. Let me say this real quick. I'm looking over the cards. All right. Um, I just want to say this real quickity quick. So far, I'm not picking up on anything in the present. This is what, April the 13th? So far, I'm not picking up on anything in the present that's stating that she is deceased. Okay? Even though the situation looks kind of crazy because she's been, what, missing a week. In the present, I'm just not picking up on that she's deceased yet. Let me say that because it's definitely not showing up here. And I might do maybe one more backup reading, um, seeking clarity on that. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. All right. Just remember this card right here. This young lady was well balanced. Okay. She was balanced mentally, emotionally, as well as spiritually. All right. So she wasn't having any mental issues. She was not dealing with anything like that prior to her being missing. The first card is upside down, upward. This is material harvest. This is someone who's waiting on something and they are coming into that which they have been working so hard for. Okay. It can be money, or it doesn't have to be money. It can just be, they were waiting on something. Okay. They were working real hard, and they were waiting on something, and that which they have been waiting for. All right. It finally have arrived. Okay. This right here is the opposite of that. This is someone who has not received that which they are waiting for, whether it be money or something. Okay? Their hands are open, but they're still waiting on something that has not arrived yet. All right? Whatever it is that they are hoping for, it hasn't came yet. Okay? And it could be money. Let's keep going. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is love begins, but it was upside down. Could Lori have been in a relationship and it had ended? This says love ends. Okay. And it doesn't have to be a relationship with a significant other, but she wants us to know this for a reason. Okay. And remember the communication card that we saw? This says love ends. This is upside down. So if she was in a relationship and there were issues there, and remember the clarity card, this says love ends. Okay. Still talking about relations. Right here. And remember, there are timelines to my readings, okay? Right here, this card is upward. This card represents wisdom. And it's also somebody who is wise, who is looking back at a family. They feel inspired by family. This is Kori. She feels very inspired by her family, all right? This is a family. They're close. They have a bond, all right? So she was definitely inspired by family. This is the heart chakra card. This is Kori saying, I love, okay? This is her giving off the vibration, I love, whatever that means to Kori. I'm sure I love, my mother, my father, my family, my friends, those that means the world to her. Or she loves what she does, okay? Better be recreational. She's giving off the vibration, I love. Right here, this is fulfillment of wishes. Now give me a minute, family. Okay. This is someone who is believing for something, or they are desiring for something, and it was in their favor, and the God of the universe grant that wish. Okay? Or you could just say they wanted something and their wishes were fulfilled. Let me just say it like that. But was not Kori. This is the individual. All right? I haven't said it earlier, family, but I'm going to say it now because I see another card that has popped up. This young lady could have been abducted. Okay? Because for some reason I'm sensing a cover up in my spirit. I just want to put that out there. I'm sensing a cover up in my spirit, especially the way her car was left. Her car was left still, the car was still on. Okay, it was still turned on, and her belongings was still left in the car. It was as though she had abandoned it. All right, but getting back to the reading, this is not her. This card is pertaining to the other individual. All right, it's something that they wanted and they end up getting it. Let me just say that. All right. She's trying to tell us something. She's trying to let everybody know that her family has nothing to do with this. This is her saying, I had a strong, firm foundation. Okay? She has a strong family bond, and she definitely had a strong, firm foundation. So she's speaking highly about her family as well as her background. The next card. Now you can look at this card two ways, family. All right, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it from the perspective, if had this been Kori, all right, had this been her, you can look at it from this perspective. This card is upside down. When this card is upward, this is recognition and reward. Now, had this been her, this would be her saying, I am recognized and I am being rewarded for my hard-earned work. Okay, I'm not being ignored. But this card was upside down. Had this card been pertaining to her, this card is saying, I'm being ignored. I'm not being acknowledged. That's the key word. I'm being ignored. I'm not being acknowledged. I'm not being rewarded for my hard earned work. But this card is not talking about her. In my spirit, this card is talking about somebody else. So it's somebody else in this equation, family. This is somebody else in this equation. Whomever this individual is that's involved, pertaining to Kori, the way they see her as someone who is not acknowledging them. They see her as someone who is ignoring them. Okay? This right here is not talking about her. This is talking about somebody else, and she wants us to know this. So obviously somebody else involved. Whoever this person is, they want it to be acknowledged by her. Whoever this person is, they felt ignored by her. And whatever reward that they wanted from her, let me just say that they was not receiving that either. In my spirit, there's somebody else involved. They did not feel acknowledged by her, and they felt ignored. It was pretty much, she wasn't giving this person not her time. Let me just say that she was ignoring this person. Right here, this card is upside down, upward. This is passion initiated. Okay, this is someone who's feeling good from the inside out. This is someone who's full of creative ideas. They're just feeling good. And many of you know you're feeling good. You're feeling inspired. Okay, you're feeling very creative, full of ideas. In this particular timeline, Kori was not feeling passionate. Okay, in this particular timeline, okay, before she went missing, she wasn't feeling good about herself. All right. She wasn't feeling good about a situation. Let me just say that. All right. So obviously something was bothering her. The next card is upside down. Upward. This is material and spiritual prosperity. But this was upside down, okay? Had this card been upward, you can say that Kori had spiritual prosperity and she had material prosperity. But this card was upside down. It was upside down for a reason, okay? So it's either she wasn't spiritual or she wasn't, as far as money wise, you know, she wasn't in a good place financially. All right, everybody money can be funny. Let me just say that. Now, just because this card is upside down, I'm not saying that Kori, you know, may not have like a religious background and that she might not be spiritual, but a lot of times when it comes to, had this card been upward, let me just say it like this, had this card been upward and it was due to spirituality, okay? Had this card been upward, it would have been pertaining to her as far as someone who does a lot of praying and meditating, and they are constantly, calling on a higher power for guidance and strength and support. Okay, had this card been upward, it's pretty much someone who does a lot of praying and meditating. Okay, keep that connection. As far as when whatever's going on with them, they're always acknowledging Source, and they're constantly having that connection with Source through prayer and meditation. Okay, but that's not my opinion. I'm just interpreting the cards. All right. When it comes to being prosperous spiritually, that's the point I'm trying to make. And I don't know this young lady well as far as her resources, okay? But it was upside down for a reason. Let's keep it moving. All right. The next card is authority. Allegedly, if Kori was not by herself before the unthinkable happened, as far as her, due to the fact that has disappeared, all right, family, I'm sensing that somebody else was involved. This is what I'm picking up in my spirit, okay? And it is this individual right here. It is this individual right here. I'm sensing it's more to the story, family. That's all I'm saying, because I'm seeing other cards, and I'm not even through yet. I'm not even through yet. So you can imagine what other cards I'm seeing here. This card represents authority. This is someone that knows her, have seen her around, okay? This individual right here has a authority background. This individual right here can be a cop. This person right here could be a father figure. Her father, a father figure, okay? Um, this person right here, if not her father, it could be also a father figure. Let me just say it like that, okay? Because that's one of authority. This person right here background can be also someone who has a military background or a security background, okay? But they have a authority background, period. Let me just say that. So whatever authority background, the minute you can think of, that's who this individual is, right? That plays a key factor in why this young lady went missing. And you did hear me say father, okay? And I do not sense her father is involved. She's letting us know that she has a wonderful relationship with her family. She has a strong family foundation. She's inspired by family, but it also can be a father figure. Maybe somebody she knows father. Okay, so you can keep that in mind. Or someone she knows that has, whoever this is, their background has authority background. Okay, cop, military, security. You get it. Or it can just be a father figure, somebody who even if it's a stranger, they have a fatherly authority figure. All right, so keep that in mind as well. The next card is a third eye chakra. This is Kori saying, "I see." So she not only was she aware of what was going on, but she saw what was going on. It's not like somebody blindsided her. You know what I'm saying? Or as far as sitting up from behind and taking her. No, she saw everything. Okay, she saw everything. So this is her saying, "I see." She see what's going on. Okay. Need I say more? For those who be watching me, you know what this card means. It's more to the story. Deception and envy. Concerning Kori, why she went missing. This is the key factor, family. This plays a big part. Deception and envy. How well do you know those who are around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? So it's somebody that got close to her, all right? And they were full of deception. And for this individual to get close to her, period, she had to have known them. She knew this individual. For them to get real close to her. So the way I see it, it's not like it was a stranger. It's somebody she's seen before. Okay, she's seen this individual. For there to be deception and envy, how well do she know this individual? Or they tell her everything she needed to know. I'm going to read up on this card. I'm going to leave it right here. Okay. So keep this card in mind. I'm going to read up on it. All right. Let me keep going. I do this one last. The next card is upside down, upward. This is the base chakra. This card is saying I have. This is the individual saying I have. Upside down, they're saying I don't have. Whoever had taken her, they're saying I don't have. This was their mental mentality. I don't have, but they wanted her. See, I have, but they was thinking I don't have. So obviously somebody wanted her for whatever reason. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This card is upside down. Help ears to hear, family. This right here is partnership alliance. This card plays a big part why this young lady is missing. This card, deception and envy, plays a big part why this young lady is missing. Help ears to hear. Okay, it's more to the story. It's a puzzle. You got to put it together. This is deception and envy. Had this card been upward, this would be Kori. All right. I think I heard something about on the news that at her job she teaches dance lesson, I believe. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, that just keep that in mind. Okay, so she teaches dance, a dance class. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. All right. But anyway, this is partnership alliance. Had this card been upward, this is Kori and an individual are in harmony. Okay, this is her partnershiping with someone. She's hooking up with somebody. Alliance. Okay, and love does not have to play a factor in this situation. This could be business related. But had this card been upward, this is Kori and an individual. They are in harmony. She's trying to tell us something, family. Something jumped out. Kori and an individual is not in harmony. Okay? Something jumped off here. Only her family will probably know what this card means, or her a best friend, somebody, maybe someone that she trusts and talks to might know what this means. But something jumped off here. Who is this other individual? Why is there lack of harmony with Kori and this individual? Okay, something jumped off here. There's no harmony. If there was once harmony, something jumped off. This is Kori and someone that's not in harmony. Now, let me say this also. Let me say this also. If this is not Kori and someone that had came together, partnershiping due to alliance, hooking up, and they were once in harmony and now they're not, this could either be two people involved or more, but I just say two people that was involved in the fact that Kori went missing. Okay, and they were once in harmony and they have fallen out. So it's pretty much how you look at this card. Okay, if it's not one person involved, it can be one person or more that was once involved, but now there's disharmony between these two due to disagreements. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up that it might be more than one person that's involved. I'm picking up that it might be maybe more than one person involved. And me saying that sometimes, like for instance, somebody want to take you out, they can pay somebody to do it, or two people can come together, partnershiping for a reason to cause harm to somebody, if you know what I mean. I'm picking up on that more than anything. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read up on this card. It has additional information, and I want many of you to receive clarity on that. I let many of you be the judge when it comes to this card right here. Okay, it popped. It came out for a reason. Right here, the next card is upside down. Many of you know now when the card is upside down, it means the opposite. Upward, this is a spiritual union card. This is Kori and somebody else. It can be Kori and another female or Kori and another male. Okay, whomever this person means to Kori. This represents spiritual union. This is someone that Kori knows. This is someone that Kori has a bond with. It can be a family member. It can be a significant other, boyfriend, husband. This young lady's 19, so she's not married. But I'm just giving you some examples. It can be Kori and a childhood friend, somebody she grew up with, but it's somebody she knows very well and she has a bond with. Okay, had this card been upward, there would be harmony in this union. But Court had fell out with somebody. She fell out with somebody that she knew and she had a bond with, okay? And as I stated, it can be a family member. It can be a boyfriend. It can be a good friend, a best friend. It can be somebody she grew up with. It can be somebody from the past, all right, that knows her very well and they had bonded once. But whomever this other individual is, let me just say that Court had fell out with them, and the spirit wants us to know about this also. Okay, obviously it plays a big factor as far as what could have been on her mind before she went missing. Okay, maybe this could have been bothering her. All right, maybe that's why she was seeking clarity about something that was on her mind. Okay, but whomever this individual was, you know, they had a disagreement and they fell out. The last card. The last card, trapped in fear. Now, a person can be trapped in fear mentally. Had this card been upside down, meaning you're always thinking the worst. You're letting things constantly play out in your head, you know, and you're feeling trapped about a situation that you want out of, and you can't see a way out, which it is a way out, but in your mind, you know, it seems like you can't find your way out. Had it been upside down, we would see this. Kori being in a situation that she feels like she can't get a way out, but everything is really mental, okay? But this car was upward. This ain't trapped in fear. This is someone's behind bars. This is someone that's hidden against their will. This is one that's trapped against their will. They are hidden and they are trapped. Could it be that Kori is still alive? Could it be that Kori has been abducted? And the scenery left behind has it looking like she tried to commit suicide and jumped in the water? All I gotta say is something going on fishy here. I'm gonna read up on all three cards because I want many of you to receive clarity. All right, the card in the middle, it is deception and envy, and it is upward. Have ears to hear concerning Kori. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. Do you hear that, family? Remember, this is business right here. That's partnership alliance. You work hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightfully yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envision. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. Deception and envy. How well do you really know those who are around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? Are you receiving all the facts, whether it be personal or business? The next card, trapped in fear. This card reveals that it's basically your own fear that has held you. And this card has additional meaning. I'm going to read all of it, okay? This card reveals that it's actually your own fears that has held you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions or choices. You are the one who's holding yourself prisoner or hostage. And and in order to continue your journey, you must first face your fears so that people and conditions can manifest. Many individuals choose to stay in this place because they can't see the road ahead. They feel a misguided sense of safety. There are they're afraid of starting something new. By staying will only add to your level of stress and anxiety and create adverse effects in your physical body. But the spirit told us that she was balanced. The spirit told us that she was finally seeking clarity. Okay? So we know that that's not what was going on with her. All right? When I get this card concerning the missing, the person has been abducted. Okay? They are trapped in fear. They have been taken against their will. Let me just say that. All right, I'm going to read Partnership Alliance because it is upside down. That means lack of harmony. Okay, that's number 3. Here we go. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the fruit of your labor take seed and blossom. excuse me, there may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliance that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for the future. But this card was upside down, family. With all partnerships, and always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. Do you hear that? So obviously, when it comes to this partnership right here, there was not an even exchange of energy. Okay? With all partnership, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance. You hear that? Now she was balanced. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimal result. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely source. Have an open mind when listening to others. I'm not gonna lie to you, family. This reading is kind of all over the place to me. 'Cause it's a lot. It's a lot that was going on. It's a lot that was going on because from one point, it looks like someone is involved who has an authority background. Okay. Then from another point, it looks like, because this was on her mind also, she letting us know that there was lack of harmony with her and somebody she knew that was dear to her. Okay, she had a falling out, and it could have been a boyfriend. Not only that, it could be a friend, a best friend. It doesn't have to be one individual. It can be more than one. Okay, it can be groups. It can be a fraternity. It can be, you know, somebody from her past that popped up. You know what I'm saying? But it's somebody that she knows, you know, because this popped up. And then I'm seeing this right here, authority, you know. So this is playing a factor too, but I'm not sure where it's playing a factor at. Okay. Maybe this could have been on her mind before she went missing, and this individual right here could have did the unthinkable to her while she was alone driving. Okay, it pretty much, how you look at this reading. Okay, but I'm letting you to be the judge, because at the end of the day, deception and envy plays a big part. It's saying how well do you know those who are around you, the individual. Are they telling you everything you need to know in a situation, even in partnership? You know, in partnership, they can be hooking with somebody, but love does not have to be a part of the equation. It can just be business, okay? But if this not pertaining to her and somebody else, it's two people coming together, or it's two people or more coming together trying to cause harm to her. It's pretty much how you look at it. But look at it, look at that. That's trapped in fear. This is crazy. And if this is the case, I'm sensing that she's still presently with us, but this is the equation. She was adopted. She's letting us know love ends. Love ends. See, love ends with the individual. She's saying, because she is saying, "I love." Look who she's inspired by. Family. She's saying, "I see." She see what's going on. She has a strong family, firm foundation. But right here, she wasn't in this particular timeline before she went missing. She wasn't feeling so good about the situation. Okay, Who is this? This says authority. Who is this? This can represent, someone who has authority background, officer, military, security, you know, a father figure. It doesn't have to be her father. It could be somebody else's father. But you say this is, it represents authority, period. And authority can be a parent, you know. Hmm. I want to, before I end this reading, sometimes I have to do this, family. Sometimes I have to do this. I'm gonna do one more spread, and then I'm gonna end this reading. It's a lot going on in this reading. I mean, just give me a minute. I'm just setting my attention on these two, trapped in fear and authority. Just give me a minute, family. Two cars fell out. If it's meant for them to come back up, they will. I want to know if this young lady's still alive. Why was she taken? All right. I just want to do one more full spread, just in case I miss anything. No matter what, I don't like what I see. I'm going to say that. I do not like what I'm seeing. And what I was pretty much doing, family, I was pretty much trying to set my attention on these two cards, trapped in fear and authority, so I can receive just a little more clarity on this. Especially on this authority individual, all right? As far as it pertaining to Kori. Okay, let's get started. This card is upside down. Upward, this is the crown chakra. Okay, This card is saying, I know. This card is saying, I don't know. I remember the other card popped up. Kori was saying, I see. But this card is saying, I don't know. Whatever that means to Kori. She's saying, I don't know. She don't know about something. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is hope. Now you can look at this card from two perspectives, family. It was upside down. You can look at it from the perspective during this time before Kori went missing. She wasn't feeling hopeful at all. As I stated, something was bothering her. Okay, obviously she had a lot on her mind. Because I was seeing those things in the dark, trying to bring them out to the marvelous light. Let me just say that, whether she was speaking to anybody about it or not. But as I stated, this card could mean that she wasn't feeling hopeful during this time. Something was bothering her. Okay, she had a lot on her mind, wasn't feeling very hopeful at all. Or this situation might not end well. Okay. The next card, this is the base chakra. This is the individual right here, right here, authority. This is the individual saying, I have. See, first they were saying, I don't have. Okay. Now they're saying, I have. This is not Kori. This is the individual saying that I have. The next card is upside down. Upward. This is conflict and defeat. Okay. Had this card been upward, we would look at this card as though Kori was in a conflict and she was defeated. Okay. By this card being upside down, Kori was in a conflict, but she was not defeated yet. She has not been defeated yet. Okay. And so I'm seeing this right here as she's still with us in the present. I have to say that because tomorrow is another day. But in the present, due to the fact she's been missing a week, according to the spirit, she hasn't been defeated yet, meaning the person has not taken her out. The next card is upside down, upward. This is rest and rejuvenate. Okay? Upward, this is someone who's resting and they are rejuvenating. As well as you can look at it, this is someone who's, why they are alone. Okay? Why they are alone, they are taking time to pray and meditate. By this card being upside down, according to the spirit, Kori needs to rest and rejuvenate, or Kori needs to pray and meditate. Or, or you can look at this card as the individual, okay, the authority card. This person doesn't have time to rest, okay? Obviously, they are on guard because this young lady is missing, all right? And they don't want to be looked at. So this person don't even have time to rest and rejuvenate, if you know what I mean. So this card could be pertaining to the individual that's involved. This right here is the intuition card. So Remember that card that Kori was saying, I see? This one right here is saying, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. This card right here, Kori is saying, I don't know. Okay? I don't know. But that other card popped up, she was saying, I see. That's the one who's aware of something. They see what's going on, all right? This card is upward. This is someone who operated in their divine intuition, okay? So with this card right here, I'm sure that, you know, her still voice was kicking in very strong during this particular time as far as her trying to get out of a certain situation that she ended up in. Let me just say that. All right. This is someone who operated in their intuition. They're trying to listen to it. Okay. And no, everything is due to timelines now, as far as what led up to this young lady being missing. Okay. This card is upside down, upward. This is choose wisely. This is someone who has options. And this is someone who is choosing wisely. This person got options and they are choosing wisely as far as which way to go. Okay? This person needs to choose wisely. Okay? They need to choose wisely. And the fact that Kori is missing, whatever led up to her, as far as the unthinkable that has happened to her, she dropped the ball somewhere to where she didn't choose wisely. Let me just say that as far as what led up to her, end up missing. All right. Because she saw what was going on around her. Let me just say that. But maybe it could have been out of her power to get out of the situation. But according to the spirit, she needs to choose wisely. Okay. The next card is upside down, upward. This is emotional withdrawal. This card also represents moving away from. So this is Kori. She wasn't dealing with the emotional withdrawal. All right. She was trying to move away from something or someone. Let me just say that. Before she went missing, she was not dealing with the emotional withdrawal. But it looks like she was trying to move away from something or someone. Right here, this particular timeline, this is Kori feeling good from the inside out. And when I did the first spread, it was upside down. So you have to look at each timeline, okay? And this card also represents new beginnings, okay? It represents new beginnings also. So for some reason in my spirit, I don't, it looks like she probably was getting over a relationship and she was moving forward, all right? I'm sure it was bothering her, this particular situation, whatever the situation was. But if it was due to a relationship, it looked like she was trying to move forward. All right, like she was trying to move forward and try to feel more inspired. Okay, about the situation, not inspired, but get to that place of moving forward, and it not bothering her like it once was. Okay, it's like she's trying to get her juice back, if you know what I mean. Right here, this card is popping up, recognition and reward. In the last spread, it was upside down due to me wanting to know what led up to this young lady being missing. But this card is upward now. But look who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the authority card. It looks like they're trying to say, I'm being recognized now. It looked like he's saying, I'm being recognized now. Even though nobody don't know who this person is. But if she's with this person, now they're being recognized. According to the spirit, this person was being very patient. I'm surprised I don't see patient and planning up here. All right, it's the one who putting a seed in the ground. Okay, and they're being very patient, waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to grow. But this card represents being patient, period. The next card is the fertility card. Now, only her family would know, her close friends would know if she had related this to them. Okay? Hypothetically, allegedly, this is the fertility card. Could Kori been pregnant? Could Kori have been pregnant? If that's not the case, she was trying to birth something, maybe an idea, maybe a project. There was something that Kori was trying to birth. All right, it was something that was going on that was growing, either inside of her or it's something that she was trying to birth. It was something she was trying to grow. Let me just say that, okay? Because this card represents growth, and this card also represents good seed, okay? This card also represents a good seed. And I'm sure to her family, she probably was a good seed. I think her father said she never ever given them a problem at all. You know, she's pretty much been a well-rounded child, you know, not getting into any trouble. So maybe that's what this card is saying. But if not, according to the spirit, she was trying to birth something. Okay? It was something that she was trying to do. Or she could have been pregnant, one or the other. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is the heart chakra I love. Kori's saying she don't love somebody. Kori is saying she does not love somebody. Maybe she's saying she don't love this individual, whomever this is. Maybe it could be infatuated with her. Whatever the case may be, she's saying I don't love. This is Kori. This card is upward. This card is spiritual strength. This is Kori seeking spiritual strength, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Before she went missing, she was seeking spiritual strength. The next card is upside down, upward. This is the solar plexus card. This is I can. And this is her saying I can't. She's saying I can't about something. I wanted to save this card. This is the last card, family. This is positive movement forward. Out of all the cards, this is one of the positive cards. This card could mean that Kori will be found. This card can mean that we will know what happened to Kori. This card can mean that, you know, the perpetrator, that the officer might end up finding out who the suspect is. Okay, it can mean many things, but it's still a good omen. It represents that moving forward, all right, the end result is going to be positive one way or the other, all right? Even if she was found deceased, it's still the fact that her family knew what happened to her, okay? But I'm praying for a positive outcome. This card popped up for a reason. There should be a positive movement forward. Okay? There are timelines to my readings. If we don't hear anything about Kori, as far as any update news within 3 days, within 3 weeks, hopefully it would be before 3 months. I give or take, I say within 2 months. You know, but I'm hoping it would be before then. That's all I'm saying. A lot of times I do these readings, you know, things start to unfold in 3 weeks or within 2 months. But I'm hoping that we will hear some good news and we will know Kori's whereabouts. All right. So the family can move forward knowing something. You know, knowing something is better than knowing nothing. all right, so they can move forward and have closure, period, all right? They would know the whereabouts of Kori, or if anything, they'll find out where she is and she will be found, okay? This is what we want, a positive movement forward, no matter what. I do a lot of missing cases, family, and out of all the ones I've done, this right here is the kicker right here. Um, Cause to me, it's like everything. To me, it's like all over the place. It's like she's trying to tell us, what happened to her, but still, out of these readings, out of this particular reading, she's also letting us know what was going on with her as far as her thought process. Something was bothering her, and it had a lot to do with relations. Okay, there was a falling out in the relations, because you saw that in the first deck, but you also seen other things that's playing out due to trapped in fear. Due to conflict with an individual. Due to this conflict and defeat. You know, obviously there's some other players involved. And then you see the spiritual bond cards upside down. That's her having a bond with somebody, whether it be a family member or a good friend or a significant other. That's upside down. Either the individual has something to do with this, or this particular situation was on her mind, thinking about this person due to the fallout. All right. Or it could be friends, a friend. It don't have to be a male. It could be a female. It can be a friend. But then I see the partnership alliance that's popping up. So it's a lot going on over here. But still, the answers are here. It's just a matter of putting the pieces together. Family, it's like a puzzle. But I do not sense that she caused any harm to her. As I stated, according to the spirit, she was a well-rounded person. She was balanced. Something jumped off um, with this young lady, and but I do see here she did make some kind of poor choices. All right, because this card say choose wisely. And that poor choices could have been as far as the route that she took. You know, as far as her encountering somebody. You know, um, especially if somebody was following her. Um, because this person is saying I can. This person is saying I can. That person also felt ignored. Okay, they felt ignored, and they wanted recognition. They wanted to be recognized. See this individual. Who is this individual that wanted to be recognized? Who is the individual when it comes to the spiritual union? Who is that? She had a falling out with that person. What's this all about? Trapped in fear. Could she still be alive? 'Cause I don't see nothing here stating that she's deceased. I haven't picked up on that yet. No, could she still be alive and she's trapped? Somebody had taken her against her will. She's trapped in fear. But no matter what you've heard, this is going to be the positive outcome no matter what, whether she's alive or not. We're going to know something. Her family's going to get some kind of news so where they can move forward. There shall be positive movement forward no matter what. Okay? I'm just praying the authorities will do their job diligently, and I'm sure that they will. I hope so. And find out who the suspect could be. But if the suspect, I'm just saying, if it's like a cop involved, I'm just saying that's gonna be very tricky. I'm just saying because you know how they protect their own, and I'm not saying this authority force that's in that areas like that, but sometimes they do that, because they don't want their own to look bad. You know what I'm saying? But this represents authority. Who is this? What's up with the partnership alliance? That was upside down. What's up with that? Is that somebody that she works with? Does she work with children? And it could be one of the parents. It could be infatuated with her. You know, so it's all kind of ways you can look at this. You know, does one of the parents has a background of authority? It could have been fond of her. You know, could have been her significant other. Because right here she's saying, I don't love. She's telling the individual this, I don't love. And as I stated with my reading, the timeline to him right here, she was trying to birth something. If she wasn't, pregnant before she went missing, you know, you can be trying to birth an idea or a project. Right here, it seemed like she was trying to get her juice back. Okay, before she wasn't in a good place. All right, but there are timelines to my reading. This somebody saying I have. So anyway, family, I feel like I've done all I can do. I feel like I'm going in circles, and I hate to keep going in circles. But let me say this real quick, and I'm going to end this reading. Let me say this real quick. I've done 2 spreads on this young lady, and none of my spreads gave me an inkling that she's deceased, that she's presently deceased. Okay, and I pray that they won't find her deceased. But all I know is in the present, I'm not picking up on the fact that she's deceased, and it did not show up here because I have other cards to let me know if she's not with us or not. Okay, as far as moving on, I have other cards that will let me know that. But this is what I'm picking up today. So let's stay hopeful, family. Um, if anything, if anything, she knows the individual. So if anybody watching that knows her, she knows the individual. Okay. Think about the partnership alliance. That's upside down. She's falling out with somebody that she has partnership with. Think about the relationship part. She's falling out with somebody due to relationships or someone that's close to her. It could be friends. It could be groups. Okay, it can be if she's in a fraternity. I don't know, but you have to look at all of these things because I'm not really getting one particular answer. All I know is she know the individual. She knows the individual that's involved, and she feels trapped. I have to say that she feels trapped. And maybe that's why the fact that her car was ended up on the bridge, she felt trapped there too. Something jumped off. And if 2 people were involved, maybe somebody could have been behind her and somebody could have been in front of her. She couldn't move forward. So that's all I have on this young lady. My prayers are with the family. I keep them lifted up in prayer. I thank you all for watching. If any of you want to get an idea how you're supposed to do her readings, I also do live readings. I record them and I keep them up so people can get an idea of how I do my readings and what people say about my readings, all right, as far as the feedback that I get, okay? The answers are here. It's just a matter of putting them together, family. It's like a puzzle. So I pray that many of you receive some type of clarity and give you some type of idea of who could be involved so you can get it to the authorities. I did this as a labor of love. Okay, I done all that I can do. But I sense today, April the 13th, 2021, in the present, I do sense she's still with us. Okay, I don't sense that she's deceased, and I also don't sense that she did anything to her. She was a well balanced individual. Okay, I don't sense that she would cause any harm to her. She had a lot on her mind, and but she was overcoming whatever it was that she was going through. I'm just sensing that she was trying to move forward. All right, she wasn't pretty much looking back. She was trying to move forward. All right. So that's my reading on Kori Gator's 19-year-old. I wish I'm praying for her safe return. Much love to her family. No matter what, there should be positive movement forward, no matter what, as far as the family receiving some type of information concerning the daughter, knowing where she is, knowing what happened to her. Hopefully, just finding out who's involved, all right, and getting some answers. Much love to you all. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.